ask a question?
Yes, my Padawan. A question you may ask.
Are you glad to have batteries now?
No.
That's gratitude for you. Hey guys, welcome back. I know the wall behind me looks a little bit bare, but I couldn't think of an appropriate poster or anything to put behind me. I know today's vlog is a little bit late, and again, I apologize for the lighting. It's going to keep being this way until I can get my main light fixed or get a replacement, and I don't know when that's going to be. Since it's Monday, I'm going to do another top 5 countdown. Today, I'm counting down the top 5 best opening shots of the saga. Again, this is just my opinion, and I'll ask your opinion at the end of the video. So, starting off with number 5 is the opening shot for The Empire Strikes Back. This made the list because instead of starting with the good guys, it starts with the bad guys. And it's sort of, instead of panning down to a planet or a battle in progress, it's just big Star Destroyer coming toward you instead of going away from you, like in New Hope. And then there's a whole bunch of probes tying it right in to the opening crawl, and gets some... Starts off a little slower than New Hope does because we're not thrust into the middle of a battle, but still, it's a little different, and that's what makes it interesting. Number 4 is the opening shot from Attack of the Clones. This made the list because instead of panning down, as most of the opening shots do, this one pans up to the bottom of a planet, in this case Coruscant. And that's highly unusual. If you look at most of the other opening shots for Star Wars, I would say at least 80 to 90% of them pan down. Interestingly, I mean, even Rogue One, it starts, boom, space, pans down. Episode 4, pans down. Episode 5, pans down. Episode 6, and so on and so forth. So that slightly different approach is what puts it on the list. Number 3 on the list, I figured I had to put it in here somewhere because it's the first, and that's the opening shot from A New Hope. New Hope set the precedent, of course, for opening shots of all the other Star Wars movies, and so far, with the exception of Solo, all of the others had followed that formula: open and crawl, pan up or down to where the action is taking place. It's still just a really, really cool shot. I mean, you pan down, you see a couple of moons, and then a planet, and then this ship goes by and something's firing at it, and then this humongous Star Destroyer goes overhead, and it just keeps going and going and going. To this day, seeing that in the theater for the first time, I was like, ugh. I didn't see it before, I bet about 100 times, but still, that is like, it just grabs you immediately and throws you into this world. So I had to put the shot from episode 4 on this list. Number 2 is the opening shot from The Last Jedi. Yes, it's the classic space and it pans down, but instead of just panning down, you zoom down through the middle of all those ships fleeing Dakar, and it takes you on a ride straight into the action. Instead of just showing it to you, it throws you into the action, which is really, really cool. Whatever else you may say about The Last Jedi, you have to admit that that first shot is very, very impressive. And finally, the Clumsy Jedi's pick for the number 1 opening shot in the Star Wars saga is still Revenge of the Sith. Even more than 13 years after its premiere, Revenge of the Sith still has the most impressive opening shot of any of the Star Wars movies. Not only does it pan down to starships and a planet, but all of a sudden the Jedi starfighters zoom into view, and then you follow them through the action in a Star Tours-like ride. They sort of corkscrew up, go down, and then boom, you're looking straight down at the planet. The depth of the shot is just incredible. It's just... To this day, I watch it, especially on a big screen with the sound turned up. It still makes my jaw drop. It gives me the chills. I absolutely love that opening shot, and that's why it's number 1 on my list of the best opening shots of Star Wars. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more G-rated Star Wars content, go ahead and click that little subscription button down below. I've got a lot more interesting stuff coming this week, including a troop at the end of the week. Woo! I cannot wait! I haven't trooped for so long. And since I'm going to be marching in a parade, hopefully this time I can somehow manage to stick my GoPro onto my belt so you can see what I'm seeing as I'm marching down Main Street. So, question of the day. Which opening shot in the Star Wars saga is your absolute favorite? Go ahead and post a comment below. But until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys.
And besides, nobody likes a clumsy Jedi.
Clumsy.